Life in Disarray: How to Fix a Broken Life. It was just another night of restless tossing and turning, my mind spinning with worries about my dwindling finances, my parents' health issues, and the deep unhappiness I felt in my career. As I lay awake, tears streamed down my face. I felt so lost, defeated by life's endless array of problems and pain. How did everything get so out of control? My dreams of being a success and living with purpose seemed so naive and distant. I felt utterly powerless, a spectator to the disarray that had become my life. Perhaps you found yourself in a similar whirlwind of chaos and confusion, where aspiration collides with the obstacles that weigh us down. We all experience seasons of struggle when the path forward feels shrouded in darkness. But within the chaos lies a profound opportunity, the chance to shed all that binds us and transform our lives in alignment with our deepest truths. In this video, we'll embark on that journey of self-discovery and empowerment together. By illuminating the roots of disarray and embracing simple yet powerful practices, you'll gain the tools needed to overcome adversity and start co-creating the life you truly want. Defining disarray. We often use the word disarray to describe a cluttered room or messy desktop, but life's disarray runs much deeper. It is an internal state of being characterized by confusion, uncertainty, anxiety, and overwhelm. When our lives are in disarray, we feel untethered, lacking clarity about our purpose or priorities. Even the simplest of tasks becomes monumental as unsolved problems and challenges accumulate. So how do you know if your life is truly in disarray? The common signs are persistent mental and physical exhaustion, even after rest, frequent bouts of sadness, anger, worry, or apathy, inability to focus or be productive at home or work, a constant scattering of your energy and attention, strained relationships with loved ones or increasing isolation. Often we initially try to rationalize away these symptoms as temporary stressors, but left unaddressed, they compound over time in a vicious cycle. We begin coping through unhealthy habits like emotional eating, substance abuse, or endless distraction and procrastination. Soon, each day brings more dread than hope as we become weighed down by the accumulation of past pains and present problems. While this reality is deeply uncomfortable, there is a hidden gift within the disarray: the opportunity to pause, reassess, and start making conscious choices to rebuild. Disarray acts as a wake-up call, shaking us out of complacency so we can create the changes needed to thrive. By having the courage to define and acknowledge the disarray in your life, you open up tremendous possibilities. It's time to take that first step. The Disarray Test. To gain clarity on the full scope of disarray in your life, there is a powerful exercise I recommend. Lay out all of the challenges, frustrations, and unresolved issues from your life out on a table. Grab some paper and pens, clear off a flat surface, and physically represent each obstacle you currently face with words or symbols on the paper. This may seem like a simple or silly task, but there is a profoundly therapeutic quality to externalizing your inner chaos this way. As you separate out each issue, taking the time to get specific about the nuanced layers, you'll begin seeing distinctions that were blurred together when trapped inside your mind's turmoil. Lay out everything, big or small, internal or external, no filtering or judgment. With each paper representing a unique challenge, separated but still coexisting on the table, you'll gain clarity on the all-encompassing nature of disarray. Take some deep breaths and let the realization sink in. This is my life in front of me right now, pieces scattered in all directions. As you sit with your comprehensive challenge inventory in front of you, take notes on any themes, connections, or root causes you notice emerging. Are there clusters related to certain areas like career, finances, relationships, or health? Do some issues seem to flow from others in a potential domino effect? What was the original trigger or setback that started the spiral? How are self-limiting beliefs like I'm not good enough or I don't deserve better enabling the disarray to persist? Rather than feeling defeated by seeing the full scope laid out, let this exercise be an empowering first step. You're getting back in the driver's seat, shining a light on the darkness, and taking full responsibility to work through it systematically. With your list of categorized challenges in front of you, start prioritizing which issues feel most pressing or have the highest potential to positively impact other dominoes if addressed first. Circle or star the ones you want to start strategizing around first. You've just defined your life's disarray and identified the first priorities to work on reordering. This heightened self-awareness about the roots and patterns of your life's chaos will become your compass, guiding you through the coming phases of transformation. The antidote: gratitude. On my most difficult days, when the weight of disarray crushed my spirit with its darkness, one simple yet powerful act would consistently revive me: the practice of gratitude. While none of my outer circumstances necessarily changed in those moments, gratitude gave me an inner experience of peace, abundance, and optimism amidst the storm. This profound shift in perspective and energy is possible for all of us by making gratitude a consistent daily habit. When we choose to focus on the gifts that life has already provided, we align ourselves with an abundance mindset versus a scarcity mindset that only breeds more stress and negativity. Gratitude allows positive emotions to exist in harmony with the challenges we face. We don't ignore or suppress our pain, but we balance it with reminders of the good already present. The benefits of practicing gratitude on our minds and bodies are truly astounding. Studies show gratitude can lower blood pressure, improve sleep quality, boost resilience against trauma and PTSD, and increase overall life satisfaction and optimism. On the path out of disarray, gratitude lights the way forward. An easy way to start building this habit is through a gratitude journal. Each day, take 5 to 10 minutes to slow down and mindfully write out 3 to 5 things you're genuinely grateful for: tangible objects, experiences, relationships, qualities about yourself, or simple pleasures like a delicious meal or warm sunlight. Don't just rush through a mental list, but pause and let yourself fully feel the positive emotions as you journal. Consistently injecting this daily gratitude practice will slowly start rewiring your brain to notice and appreciate the abundance of life's blessings amidst the stress. Soon you'll find yourself spontaneously feeling grateful throughout each day, your heart filling up with appreciation for the profound and the mundane. In the depths of disarray, it's common to feel enormous resistance to gratitude stemming from anger, despair, or unworthiness. How can I feel grateful when my life is such a disaster? Our inner voice laments. But therein lies the ultimate opportunity to find pockets of light within the darkness, to be grateful for your ability to keep persisting through adversity, to remain open to the lessons and growth that can emerge from each challenge. Allow gratitude and life's difficulties to coexist without judgment or conflict between the two. The former gives us strength and renewal, the latter provides the catalyst for awakening, healing, and evolution. Unraveling the patterns. Though it often feels like disarray strikes us randomly, the reality is that there are intricately woven threads and patterns beneath the chaos. Our lives are not simply a series of isolated obstacles and hurdles. Instead, they reflect an interconnected ecosystem, where each challenge emerges from our core beliefs, choices, and unhealed traumas of the past. That business failure wasn't simply bad luck, it forced you to reckon with deeper fears of unworthiness and playing small. The relationship struggles aren't merely about compatibility, they reflect your childhood wounds and self-sabotaging behavior patterns. That chronic health issue can be traced back to years of unprocessed anxiety, resentment, and neglect of emotional needs. When we approach our challenges as self-contained events, we remain trapped on the infinite treadmill of putting out fires while the system itself remains broken. True growth and transformation require that we unravel the patterns, peeling back the layers to identify and address the root causes that keep us perpetuating cycles of struggle. This level of self-awareness and personal accountability is hard work, but incredibly freeing and empowering. It starts with cultivating radical self-honesty through regular self-reflection practices like journaling, meditation, and solitary time in nature. Give yourself the space to look in life's mirror, to observe the subtle behaviors, limiting beliefs, and emotional blind spots, contributing to your experience of disarray. Don't judge or shame yourself for the revelations, simply notice with radical acceptance, letting your inner voice be heard. If you find yourself resisting, judging, or trying to intellectualize your way through the process, enlist support from a counselor, coach, or trusted loved one who can reflect your truth back to you with love and objectivity. As you peel back the layers, you may encounter core wounds from childhood that still run your life's programming without your conscious awareness. Perhaps deprivation or abuse left coping mechanisms like overworking, people-pleasing, or shutdown. Maybe you're still seeking external validation from parents or cultural narratives that taught you to ignore your inner voice, or ancestral beliefs about scarcity and struggle have perpetuated patterns of striving, burnout, and emptiness. Breathe deeply, extending compassion to the younger, wounded aspects of yourself as you witness these unconscious roots of disarray. From this tender place of acceptance, you can start making empowered choices to shift the patterns, shedding all that was inherited or internalized but doesn't align with the life you want to create. Then reinforce intentions of healing, wholeness, and freedom as fuel to guide your transformational process and behaviors. Visualize yourself no longer being bound by disempowering patterns, but writing a new story in alignment with your truth. You can take it from here, Brian.
Thanks so much, Mark. I'll take it from here. Reprogramming for solutions. After illuminating the root causes perpetuating the cycle of disarray in your life, the next pivotal step is to reprogram your inner operating system for the solutions you desire. Science increasingly affirms that we are not merely passive recipients of the conditions and circumstances we encounter, but that we shape our reality through the thoughts and intentions we generate. Through the quantum phenomenons of neuroplasticity and epigenetics, we literally rewire and recode our brains and DNA through our conscious and subconscious beliefs, emotions, and behaviors. If we're not deliberately exercising this neuroprogramming muscle, then we become subject to the unconscious mental modeling absorbed from family, culture, media, and past experiences. Whether empowering or limiting, whatever inner assumptions and beliefs we habitually reinforce dictates the lens through which we perceive the external world. In essence, our minds become coded with a specific reality program. Imagining our lives as software platforms, we tend to operate based on default factory settings passed down through generations. But as conscious co-creators, we have the power to intentionally install new programming, updates aligned with the expansive outcomes we wish to experience. One simple yet transformative inner technology for reprogramming our lives is the use of daily affirmations. Derived from the Latin affirmare, meaning to make firm, affirmations are short, powerful statements written and repeated consistently with conviction and emotion until they imprint within our subconscious beliefs and energetic vibrations. Rather than external motivational rhetoric, affirmations inject code into our core operating systems, overriding outdated survival patterns with new beliefs that match our highest aspirations. They can relate to any area of desired change, counteracting the limiting anti-affirmations or ingrained negative self-talk we've absorbed. To overcome disarray in your health, you may affirm, "I am whole, vibrant, and filled with healing energy." For finances, "I am a magnet for abundance. Money flows to me easily in volumes I could never imagine." If seeking peace after heartbreak, "I am deeply loved and appreciate the beauty and wisdom my past has given me." Ground the affirmations in present tense and reinforce with repetitions until you feel the energy and belief starting to imprint. Repeating in the mirror while maintaining calm, centered eye contact with yourself multiplies the effect. Combined with clear visualization practices, affirmations become rocket fuel, propelling us forward into new experiential realities. By harnessing the brain's own mirror neuron system and its inability to distinguish between an imagined scenario versus objective reality, we can manifest amazing transformations into existence. To begin redesigning your dreams into reality, start with short but highly focused visualization sessions each morning or evening. See yourself living as your highest self, free of the disempowering chains of past struggles. Breathe life into the visualization with immense detail and emotional energy until it feels absolutely real and lets you embody the future you're generating. It can be helpful to create a vision room with images and anchors that reflect the life you're becoming, keeping you centered in the energetic imprint of your dreams manifested. Let go of any attachment to how exactly it unfolds, replacing rigidity with trust and allowing the path to effortlessly co-create. This conscious and subconscious reprogramming will then empower your inspired action and behaviors to align. When you know change comes from within first, Your external routines, habits, and choices naturally shift to match the internal code you've installed. Allow each small proof of change to reinforce the process in an upward spiral of flow and receptivity, the Life Remastered blueprint. By consistently applying the principles and practices outlined in this book, you'll find yourself emerging from disarray like a phoenix from the ashes, reborn into a renewed sense of wholeness, purpose, and passion for life. Yet, avoiding future disarray isn't about striving for some static state of constant bliss or having it all figured out. Life itself is ever-changing, requiring our minds and spirits to continually adapt in an upward spiral of unlearning, overcoming, and relearning. Instead, the key is developing core operating frameworks to maintain clarity amidst the ebbs and flows, while strengthening your self-empowerment muscle to confidently navigate through challenges. Here are some essential practices for maintaining this higher level of calibration. Prioritize consistent self-care. Whether it's exercise, time in nature, spiritual practices, counseling, or creative expression, make self-care non-negotiable. When we abandon committed self-nurturing, we inevitably slip back into chaos. Let these rituals be anchors, keeping you aligned and replenished during turbulent seasons. Uphold impeccable boundaries. Practice removing yourself from draining people, environments, or situations that undermine your highest intentions, even if it feels uncomfortable. Living congruently with your values and standards will give you boundaries that preserve and protect your energy reserves. Cultivate supportive influences. Just as important as removing toxicity, intentionally build a network of encouraging friends, mentors, media, and activities inspiring continued growth. We all need reminders of our wholeness when we lose our way. Cherish these light sources while expanding to share your own light. Remain pattern-aware. With greater self-awareness and honesty with yourself, closely monitor disempowering thought patterns, behaviors, or limiting beliefs that reemerge so you can catch them early and realign. Like weeds constantly sprouting, consistency in removing these roots keeps disarray at bay. Set inspiring goals and visions. Rather than slipping into complacency, create galvanizing visions for what's next. That book idea, business to launch, creative project, or adventurous trip. Just when you think you've arrived, expand again. Life's magic is in the constant renewal. Let life be your meditation. Ultimately, the path to overcoming perpetual disarray is mastering the lived practice of presence. Rather than numbing or escaping when challenges emerge, feel everything fully and let each experience be an awakening to truth. Learn to dance fluidly between the extremes of human experience. Stay vigilant with each of these practices and principles, and your spirit cannot help but remain buoyant and guided, even amidst life's inevitable storms. Allow this work to keep upgrading you to meet the adventure at every turn with centered grace. As I reflect back on that rock-bottom night filled with tears and hopelessness, I realize now that my life was in divine order. The disarray was simply the catalyst needed to dismantle my soul's complacency and awaken my deepest metamorphosis. I hope this video has illuminated just how much power and magic you possess to take control of your own transformational journey. When you author your life's script through self-awareness, gratitude, and reprogramming your core beliefs, you become the master of your destiny rather than a passive reactor to life's circumstances. The truth is that breakdowns always precede breakthroughs. Like tadpoles in metamorphosis, we must allow ourselves to shed the old structures and programming that once served us, so that our highest potential may emerge. What first felt like endless suffering was merely the repatterning needed to rise vibrationally and embody our grandest dreams. My soul's deepest wish is that you leave this video feeling inspired about your own becoming, and trusting that even in your darkest nights, the light of inner freedom and fulfillment is always available. For the only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. Stay present, keep opening to new awarenesses, and embrace your brilliance as a sacred vessel, for remaking reality itself. This is the path of life, remastered. With humble reverence, I wish you courage, expansive joy, and an ever-deepening connection to the love within you that cannot be contained. The chapters of new possibilities await your authorship.